Hi everyone, welcome to How to Salesforce. My name is Manvendra and today I will be showing you how you can deploy Salesforce components from one sandbox to another sandbox using VS Code editor very quickly. Uh, I will be listing out the things which you need to be installed on your Windows PC or a MacBook. So here, let me show you what things you will need to install. So obviously you should have JDK latest version, SFD Salesforce CLI, VS Code editor. So in VS Code editor, there are some essential extensions that you must have. Obviously, you will be needing it more when you will be, using Git or GitLab or GitLens, anything, any extra application which you will be using during your, development. So for that reason, there are so many extensions on the marketplace for this VS Code. But these are the very basic and very important ones. So Salesforce extension pack comes with a lot of extension which you will be installing. Other than that, there is one more very important extension that is called Salesforce package.xml generator. So that's it. So I think to get started, these things should be very good. Now, if you want to make sure if your JDK and Salesforce CLI have been installed properly or not, what you need to do, if you're on a Windows machine, go to your command line application, right click on it and click on Run as Administrator. Or in a Mac, you can go to Terminal. Once you open it, suppose if I want to check if my Java is installed, so I'll just type Java space hyphen version. And for Salesforce CLI, I need to type sfdx space hyphen hyphen version. So this will give you the details. If you get any error that command is not being identified, anything like that, it means you need to reinstall or maybe you need to set up your environment variables. And I think those are very, very common issues, and you will find tons of videos how to set up environment variables on Windows machine and how to install these applications on a Mac. For Mac, I would suggest you if you can install Homebrew application for command line on your Mac, and I think from there, with the help of Homebrew commands, you can easily install pretty much everything which you will need. So let me just show you how that works. If you go to Homebrew website, and this website is called brew.sh. So this command will install Homebrew on your Mac. And then suppose if you want to install Java, for example, let me uh, search for brew install Java. Let me search here. Eclipse Java. Let me check which one is correct. So basically, you just need to find the command. See, brew install Java. Now, just for checking, I know on my machine Java is installed, but let's check. I mean, if this command is working fine or not. See, first of all, it is running a command to update your brew application. You can see, first of all, it is updating brew, and now it is downloading the update. Uh, let's make it bigger. See, it has installed Java. So you can install anything through uh, brew.sh website. If they have the application listed on their website, you will definitely find the command, and you should be able to install it very straightforwardly on Mac. Now let's talk about how we deploy changes. So I already have Salesforce Developer Edition org setup uh, just to teach you. Now, for example, suppose if you are working on any Apex class or any custom field, anything what you're working, and you want to deploy those changes to some other sandbox. Okay. Now this is a developer org. What we will do, we will just sign up for another developer org real quick. So go to Google and type developer Salesforce sign up. So this is going to let's get started. So this is also developer edition. You just consider it like a source sandbox from which we want to deploy components to another sandbox. First of all, let me show you how do you set up, how do you connect this org to your VS Code editor. When you open VS Code editor, if you have installed all the extensions, you will see something like this. Let me just open up a new window, fresh window, so that I can show you from scratch. So here, all you need to do is press Control Shift P. It will open up uh, this command palette. This area is called command palette, from where you can run all the commands. You can do it with the help of keyboard as well, with the shortcut, and also with the help of mouse, obviously. When you type sfdx, this will list all the commands related to your Salesforce. So now you need to select create project with manifest. What manifest means is that this will include your package.xml files, where you will be listing down all the components, your changes, whatever you need to deploy. If you want to retrieve anything or need to deploy anything, you will be referring to that file, which will be in a manifest folder. Press enter. Click on standard, and you can give it a name. For example, deployment tutorial. I will be saving it on my desktop. So now this is an empty project. We haven't connected anything so far, and you will see it has all the folder structures as per your Salesforce. For example, if you go to Force app folder, you will see all the respective folders. For example, Aura classes, Flexi pages, layout, Lightning Web Components, objects, etc. If you want to connect your Salesforce instance here, you need to press Ctrl Shift P, type sfdx, and you should find a command called authorize an org. Click on it. Now it will ask you for URL. So because we are using a developer edition org, it is always login.salesforce.com. For production orgs as well, it is login.salesforce.com. If you are working in a company and they might have given you some access to some sandbox, then it will be test.salesforce.com. So all the non-production environments and developer edition environments will be using login.salesforce.com, and rest of the things. So I said it the other way. So all non-production orgs will be using test.salesforce.com, and if you're logging into production, then you have to go for login.salesforce.com. Let's select this one here. You can give it any name. I'll just keep it to default. Press enter. Here you will be entering your Salesforce credentials. It is already appearing here because I have logged it already. Click on login. If you're doing it for the first time, it might ask you to click on allow if you are giving permission uh, to VS Code to access your Salesforce stuff. So once you are logged in, what you can do, you can um, retrieve anything, you can deploy anything here. Now so we connected our source sandbox. Okay, now let me finish my sign up process for the other org. I just got an email. Okay, so for testing purpose, what I will do, um, suppose if you want to create a field, okay, on account object, we will try to deploy this field first. Go to fields and relationships. Now here, click on new, or maybe I think we should try with some Apex class. Let's go to so that I can show you how you use VS Code. Now in your VS Code, your org is connected. Okay, if you want to create an Apex class, press Control Shift P, type Apex, and you will see one command called new Apex class. This command should run in Explorer menu context. Okay, I don't know what that means. Okay, let me try to create Apex class from here. No, but it is connected to our org. New Apex class, you need to press Control Shift P, and this is the command. I mean, not new Apex class. This is something else, and I got confused about this. You click on SFDX create Apex class. It will ask you for a name. For example, uh, test class one, and it will ask you for the folder. It will directly take this default directory. So you can see it's very easy to create a class in Salesforce. Now in this class, I will be just adding one statement. I will be adding a comment. So now you have saved this. So this class has not been deployed to any sandbox. It's in your local. Always remember that whenever you create anything in VS Code here, it will remain in your local always until you deploy it to your uh, sandbox. So if you will, just to make sure, if you will go to your setup here, just I'll show you through developer console if that class is present or not. So this is the class name. We will try to find this class here. Let me close down these things, open, and classes. You cannot see any class, right? Now close it. Now, if you want to deploy this class to this source sandbox, what you need to do is you need to select both of these files, right click on it and deploy source to org. You will see deployment will start from here, and if you get any error, you will see here. Now it says successfully. Now let's go back to our developer console. Click on open. Let me reopen it. Sometimes Salesforce might be very confusing. You might want to refresh your pages if you have made any changes. See, we already see one class here, test class one. Let's check if that's the same one. Yeah, this is the one. So now you have already created one class. Now what if you want to deploy this class to another sandbox? So let us just log into that another sandbox which I created in this video, and username was manvendra at howtosalesforce.com. We have successfully logged in. Now there are multiple ways to deploy other stuff, but I will show you the very straightforward one. Now in your VS Code right now only one org is connected. You have one class which needs to be deployed. What you need to do, there may be scenarios where you will be deploying a lot of components, right? There will be hundreds of components. So first you need to update this file. So right now this file has a lot of stuff which came with this file when we installed it, when we created the Salesforce project by default. uh, to update this file, there is an extension called Salesforce XML, package XML generator. You need to press Ctrl Shift P, search for package, and if you have this extension installed, then you will see this. Press enter. Now we just want to deploy that class, nothing else, right? So first of all, you need to click on clear all. Now search for Apex class, and if you will click on this arrow, you will find a list of classes which are present in your org, not in your local but in your org. Okay, this is the class which you want to deploy. Click on update package XML file. You will see your file has been updated. Now because we already have this file in a local, so we don't need to retrieve. Otherwise, if you don't have any components in your local, you need to right click on this file and retrieve them first in your VS Code. Retrieve source in manifest from org. But because we are just deploying this class, so I will just skip that step. Now we want to deploy to another sandbox, right? So what you need to do, you just need to authorize that destination sandbox in this VS Code. Press Ctrl Shift P, type sfdx, and there will be this command called authorize an org. Click on it. Because it's a developer edition, again, select login or salesforce.com. Just keep it default, press enter, and here it will ask you to log in. So this is my new username, new account which I created in this video. Click on login. See, as I told you, if you will be doing it for the first time, it will ask you to allow, if you want to permit Visual Studio Code to allow you to access your Salesforce data. Click on allow. Now, because you have authorized this sandbox, if you will go to VS Code here, the connected sandbox is this one, Manvendra at how to Salesforce. Now, because we already have this Apex class in our local, what you need to do, you just need to right click on package XML file and click on deploy source in manifest to org. Let's do it. Okay, it went successfully. Now, if you want to check if it has been deployed successfully or not. You in setup, you go to Apex classes, and you will see our classes here. Last modified by how to Salesforce, and you can also check the time. It's 1:26 a.m. All right, so this is how we deploy component. This was just one class. Your deployment might be a little bit complex depending on list of components, how huge it is, and how what how many types of components you have. And in our deployment, we always have some pre-deployment steps, post-deployment steps, and there are other methods as well, which I will be covering in my other videos. I am working on entire series on deployment process. So thank you so much, guys, for watching this video until the end. And please subscribe to my channel and share this video if you think it can help anyone with Salesforce. Thanks and have a nice day.